Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another live commentated match in War of Rights. Today we are in the EU Sunday event, which occurs at 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. EU time. And we are going to be witnessing the Irish Legion fighting off against the 9th Corps, PB, Koch's Battery, the 7th Virginia, and Holcombe's Legion. It should be a really interesting match. The first map here is Hatch's Attack. I'm going to go ahead and get into spectator mode, and we will watch this match take place.
Somebody's right beside of me, it looks weird.
So of course the first thing that they will do is reloads and bayonets before moving out. You can see the 9th Corps, PB, all here. The main point of this map, there's a large hill going up past a cornfield here. And the Union has to advance up this hill to the Confederate position, which is located right here at the point and in the woods behind it. Confederates might use this fence line or this one over here by the corn. I've also seen, Union troops rather. I've also seen Union troops get over in this orchard and use this fence to fire on Confederate positions in the woods. We'll see what they do today. There is also, just to mention, another position over to the left that the Union may want to try to get up to, although the Confederates do have a stone wall here that they can use for protection. Looks like the Confederates will be moving out to the Union left, Confederate right side of the map. And this apparently is the French Legion of the Irish Legion, preparing to defend against the Union assault on this position. Let's go down to the Union position and look at them coming up. And it looks like Union is moving out to the right by that orchard side immediately at the start here. You can see, of course, Major Brooks of Holcombe's Legion leading the advance up the right side of the corn. Does not look like my HUD is showing for whatever reason, but we will try to work that out.
It's so corny.
As you can see by the flags in the distance, the Confederates look to be moving mainly to the left side, leaving this right open for the Union advance. We'll see how that goes for them. Of course, this is a Union attack map. Confederates are defending. So the Union does have a slight advantage, although the terrain is in favor of the Confederates here with the woods.
Shut the fuck up.
Union has made it up to the fence line. We'll see how they can do in this position. Union now making a move into the woods onto the Confederate flank. No Confederates in these woods to counter this movement as of yet. We'll see how it goes for them. Another main Union line staying on this fence line and moving up the road. Now we have some Confederates shifting in now. take a look. We have Holcombe Legion here. More Frenchmen waiting to defend against the Union advance. And another large Confederate line here, ready to continue the defense, of course, led by Colonel Killer of the 10th Alabama. And these are Americans. Some of them. This is an EU event, so you have representatives of many nations over in Europe and the UK. Looks like the Union flag has been dropped. This right flank from the Union may blindside these Confederates, although I do believe they will see it in time. Let's take a look. Union using the rock cover and trees. Heavily wooded area with lots of cover over here. And of course the Union does have Sharps rifles, Sharps infantry rifles, at least for the green uniforms. You can see that breech loading mechanism there, which reloads, I believe, almost twice as fast as the regular muskets. So they will be able to get off more shots on the Confederates than they can return, although, again, Confederates have the high ground and the superior cover. Coming back over to Holcombe's Legion here, anchoring the Union line on the fence. And engaging some Confederates on those rocks as the Union does push up to try to push them back. Looks like these woods will be the main fighting grounds of this match. Confederates making a push through the woods. We'll see if they can kick these Union troops off of this rock. It looks like they are successful in doing that, taking out some Union skirmishers, although there are more down at the next set of rocks. Stick with the Confederates for a moment as we see what they do. And here comes the Union, making a push out of those rocks. Looks to have about even numbers to the Confederates. Choosing to go around the right flank instead of engaging them directly. And here they come. Large melee behind this rock. Getting that officer's pistol going. Looks like the Confederates are going to be able to hold this. Holcombe's Legion looks to have come in from that'll turn the tide. The Union has taken these rocks due to Holcombe's Legion coming in from the fence. Confederate flag now pulling out and apparently running back in. Confederate flag being downed by the Union. Excellent Union push, pushing the Confederates out of these rocks and taking a superior position for themselves. Although a Confederate counterattack is coming in. About even numbers to the Union. Looks to be Cobb's Legion. Hard to see between these rocks here. Very close fight. But Union reinforcements of the 8th Virginia will turn the tide on that one. And the Union will maintain the position. With the flags going up, they will get the reinforcements in as quick as they can. Confederates will be respawning back at their spawn, all the way down in this valley. So as you can see, both sides start in a valley and go up the hill to the high ground where the point of contention sits. Got Cav's Legion of the Irish Legion and some 1st South Carolina, some 10th Alabama heading in to counterattack the Union. Union maintaining this rock position as a strong point. We'll see if they can hold it. I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to try and fix my HUD. It's still not showing the morale. Interesting. Confederates getting heavy fire on the Union troops here. Two opposing sides here. Each side has their own set of rocks. And here is the Confederate position. A little bit lower ground than the Union. We'll see how they do. Confederates making a push out from the rocks. Getting into the melee with the Union. Both teams, as you can hear by those chants, dropping in morale at about even times. Sounds like the Union dropped just before the Confederates. Very heavy melee here, very close. Looks like the Union will hold, barely. There are some more Confederates hanging back. And they have not come in. 4 men of Cav's Legion. Avoiding the fray for another day. If those 4 came in, they probably could have won this. That's okay. Confederates will be respawning, as will the Union. Oh, and we have a Confederate line up by the point. Let's watch what they're doing. They might be coming in. And here's the Confederate line. Not too many. Holding the point from any Union skirmishers possibly coming in. That is led by 1st Lieutenant Robert of Cav's Legion. And we have some 1st South Carolina Confederate troops moving up towards the corn, going to engage those Union skirmishers on the fence. Just a couple tickets to take out, and they've done it. And here comes another Confederate push up towards these rocks. See if the Confederates can manage to take it. The Confederate spawn is closer to this position than the Union, so the Union will have to use their flags well to get reinforcements in quickly. Looks like the Confederates are making a right flank movement, going around the right side of the Union.
People over here, I need those flags up.
Southwest!
Preferably someone not with the shields.
Protect me, I do not.
It's okay, the Rebs have me.
Somebody grab the other flag.
Oh my god, why am I
He's got
someone who is
Thirsty if you can't pick up flag.
Confederates still maintaining their position down here, but moving up. And we can watch the Confederates trying to sneak through here using this low ground to hide their movement and these large rocks to their right. Moving up around the flank, possibly going to be able to get the high ground on these Union troops. This is led by Killer of the 10th Alabama. Looks like they've encountered some Union skirmishers. Oh! We have a Union line on the fence line of the orchard. Gonna alert the other Union troops. Only 3 left after that volley. But they will be able to alert the Union that is over in the other rock position that the Confederates have moved onto their right flank. Let's go take a look at the reaction of the Union troops over here. As you can see, they've moved into a defensive position to protect the right flank.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Union may be getting flanked here from 2 sides in a pincer movement from the Confederates. Let's go take a look at who these troops are moving up. We have 10th Alabama, Cobb's Legion, 9th Georgia moving around the rocks. Maybe heading to link up with their other troops over on the left side. Of course, the left side is the Union right side. And here comes a Confederate movement up into the corn, and the Union has done the same thing. There is going to be a clash in the corn here. Looks like they've caught the Union in a reload or unprepared. Confederates looking like they're going to be able to wipe this line. We'll see if the Union can hold it. And it does look like the Confederates have taken this position without even needing their reinforcements from Troops Battery, 9th Georgia, and Cobb's Legion. Very nice push from the Confederates. Coming down back into the woods to take the former Union rock position. And we'll have to see what the Union does to retake this, if that is what they want to do. Confederates, of course, hopping to the other side of the fence to face any Union troops coming in through the corn. We will go back down towards the Union line and see what they would like to do. And here is some Union moving up through the corn, led by Brooks of Holcombe's Legion. This is Holcombe's Legion. Holding on the rocks, possibly to wait for reinforcements from down by the spawn. Excuse me, let's go take a look. And of course we do have the 9th Corps down here, ready to move out up towards the Confederate position.
After 4 minutes and not being victim response.
Okay.
Oli, nice.
Holcomb's Legion still holding in the corn, awaiting everyone to recruit before they move back in towards the Confederate line. We do have a movement out on the Confederate right side, Union left. Looks like we do have a couple Union skirmishers of the 8th Virginia and 28th Virginia sharpshooters. Just doing some scouting, taking a look at where the Confederate line is. Confederates holding on their stone wall that I mentioned at the beginning of the match, which is a strong position against this Union left, Confederate right movement.
Un truc pour te mettre à couvert, tu vois, et tu te cales comme ça. Après, dès que tu vois, quelque chose, tu envoies la sauce, ok?
Looks like the Confederates have dropped the Union another morale level. Confederates are ahead after that second push that wiped the Union. Looks like Holcomb's Legion has moved up to the left side of the corn here. Trying to take out the Confederates of the 1st South Carolina. Brooks having some trouble killing him with his pistol. Luckily his troops came in, protected him. Still engaging the remaining 2 members of the 10th Alabama and some other person. Confederates now pulling back from that position as Holcomb's Legion advances. Oh, and Holcomb's Legion is advancing without seeing the rebel movement in the corn to get behind them. Rebels getting right in behind Holcomb's Legion, gonna be able to wipe them. Possibly. Oh, now Holcomb's has run into the corn. Try to escape this line. It does look like the Confederates are going to get some massive tickets here, as each of those Union troops is going to be out of line and is worth 5 times as much as a regular kill. Yeah, and it looks like the Union has been wiped again by the Confederate defenders. We'll take a look at the Union reinforcements coming up. Got a couple scouts running up to the left side, and it looks like the massive push is on the left side. Union troops of the 9th Corps, Koch's Battery, and PB have gotten into this fence line, which is a very good firing position on the Confederate line, near point. Confederates do have the stone wall, as I mentioned, but the stone wall has been shortened to be a short stone wall. There used to be a tall stone wall here that was 100% covered.
Don't stand there, man.
Confederate troops using the logs, using the rocks to their advantage to defend the point from the Union advance. You can see the Union out on that fence line as we look at the Confederates here. It does seem that the Union is easier to see just due to the way the sun hits everybody. They're outlined by the sun, which does have an effect. If we go look at this perspective from the Union point of view, you can see it's very hard to make out almost anyone through the smoke and through the sun there. So this is an interesting fight for sure. Confederates are skirmishing here, using that crouch situation to return fire on the Union. Now remember, if they do get killed while they're crouched, that is skirmishing, which is 3 times as harmful to their tickets. Confederates making a right-hand movement now, possibly getting around the Union left flank. Going to be firing through the bushes there onto the Union line. Take a look at casualties over here on the Union perspective. Got some sharpshooters here with those Sharps infantry rifles, along with some regular troops of the Zouaves. I do not remember the exact designation of that unit. I do know the green shirts are the 1st United States sharpshooters. Does look like we have another Union movement over to the right side. Gonna go take a look over here real quick. Over on the far right, we've got Holcomb's Legion moving into the right. No Confederate defenders on this side, although there are some up at the rocks. Keep an eye on that Union unit while we take a look at the Confederate defense. Some Confederates pulling out here of the 1st South Carolina as the Union comes up. Union's certainly been spotted. And more Confederate defenders coming in. Looks like there might be a clash here in the woods. Union pulling back in the face of this Confederate defenders. Taking some casualties, but mainly preserving their tickets. As the Union moves in behind some hard cover by this large rock. Confederates, of course, moving back to their rock position as well. Both groups taking more of a defensive posture while they regroup. Confederates do have more men than the Union on this side, which does mean that the Union has more men than the Confederates over on the Confederate right, Union left. Union could make a push out of this position if they wanted to. We'll see if they decide to do that. The Union 9th Corps over on the left side, while Holcombe's Legion anchors the right. Confederates still skirmishing over in these woods. We'll continue to watch as the situation develops.
Ah.
Bertie, on est à droite. Bertie.
Ouais. Il est mort. Ah, il est vivant.
On est à droite.
Ouais, bah, je l'avais dit, c'est ligne entière en fait. Non, tu peux pas plus facile par le feu par table.
And there's the Union dropping the Confederates by a morale level. Unfortunately, my HUD isn't working, so I can't tell you what the current morale is. Got, of course, some other Confederates, sorry about that camera movement, of Cobb's Legion here, using this log as cover to shoot the Union troops. We'll go check in on the right side now. Holcombe's Legion has made a very deep movement into the forest here, and they look to be slightly spread out. Maybe trying to take pot shots at the spawn. There's the main line of Holcombes moving up through the woods. Possibly going to get in behind Cobb's Legion over here of the IL. Take a look at what they're doing. Looks like the Union has charged. The Union has charged the Confederate line. And it looks like the Confederates have held. No. There's still a lot going on here. The Union looks like they might be able to take this. Yep, wiping out the last Confederates. The Union has taken this position. Only barely, but now pulling back to the fence line. They do not yet want to capture the point. And there is the CSA dropping the Union by yet another morale level. Can't tell you who's ahead. I wish I could fix that for you. And Confederates have come back up through the forest. Looks like Holcombe's Legion may have gotten wiped over here, although it did distract the Confederates enough to let their Union counterpart of the 9th Corps get into the rock position up here and wipe out the French defenders. 1st U.S. Sharpshooters of Koch's Battery and 7th Virginia holding this log just next to the point. And we will see if the Union wants to capture the point or not. 8th Virginia, 38th Virginia on the rocks. Skirmish fire on any Confederates running up towards the point. Doesn't look like there are many up there yet, although a large Confederate movement in the woods coming back up towards the Union line. This push led by Killer of the 10th Alabama. Not a very large line, but they could do some damage here. Getting on the Union right flank up by the point, and possibly keeping the Union from capping at this time. Here comes some more reinforcements for Killer. We'll see how he does with them. Killer making a move down the road now towards the Union position. And here we go, back into the melee with the Union. Hear the trench whistles going off as they charge. Union getting good use of their rifles there. And dropping the Confederates by another morale level. They should be at the same level now. Union does hold on this charge. Killer does get wiped. Got one extra Rambo here, about to get killed. Boom, you can hear his mouse clicking. And here's Eric. Yet another Rambo. That's 5 more tickets. He's killing one of them, but it will not be much. That's going to be detrimental to the Confederate morale. You can see some of their remnant over here as the Union comes in. The Confederates are really going to have to start defending here if they'd like to win. And here come another Confederate push. I don't even know where that came from. Possibly the right side. Coming in to wipe the Union. Wow. Very nice tactic by the Confederacy. It even tricked me. Confederates wiping out the Yankee line here. Although more are coming in from the hill. Continually developing situation here.
No, man.
Holcombe's Legion, PB, 9th Corps, everyone's coming in to the point, trying to capture it. Confederates must be on breaking now. If they can hold this, they should win.
Why?
But Confederate reinforcements are coming in. There it is, now we can see it. Well, that's nice. So we can see the Confederates are on breaking. Union is now at final push. They've got 3 minutes to take the point. Confederates do still get respawns until they go to last stand. Union is continually capping with heavy reinforcements coming up from spawn, as you can see by the flags down there to your east. Confederates still coming in trying to knock the Union off and are recapping the point. Union does not have enough. The Union still only has 3 minutes with a Confederate push coming in. Wiping the Union and recapturing the point before they go to last stand. That will be key to the Confederates if they hope to defend this successfully. Very close match here. Now pulling back behind the rocks to await the Union advance. We will watch the Union as they come up. We've got some members of Koch's battery here. And 7th Virginia 9th Corps coming up as well at the same time. A lot more reinforcements coming up from the Union spawn. They will only have one shot, as you heard in the in-game chat there, to take this if they hope to win. 2 minutes to take it. All they need to do is start capturing before that timer hits 0 and continually capture until they have the point captured. We'll see if they can do it successfully. These Union reinforcements better get in here fast. They only have 1 minute 40 to take this. We got the 9th Corps and PB moving in. Holcombe's Legion, everyone who just got wiped, now moving up from spawn towards point, with the flag there, as you can see. Union still gathered up at the corner now. Definitely outnumbered, it looks like, on the point. Here we go. They are charging. Union is making that move towards the Confederates. Looks like the Confederates have two lines in a kind of V formation here. Gonna lure the Union right into a firing zone. And here's the Confederate line defending. Very strong position here for the Confederates. Not a lot of Yankees charged in on that one. But we do have 9th Corps coming in as a second wave. And there is last stand. Union has 37 seconds. It's probably not going to be enough. Very, very close. Killing the Confederate officer. Major Brooks is going to get killed himself. Oh! Barely surviving. 10 seconds left for the Union. Confederates have a very strong position here. Many more troops than the Union, and it looks like they are going to successfully hold on this map. Excellent game. You can see the casualties there. Really close. I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.